That's a lot of pressure for us to be good people. Why can't we just be ourselves? The standard for us Catholics is pretty high. I think it's the highest in the world if you think about it. We have to be the moral standard. The bar is all on us. And if you're a priest, it's even worse for us. I remember I was given a homily about my humanity when I first got ordained a few years ago. And one of my core members from my youth ministry came up to me and said, "You know, Father, I never thought of you as human before." Hence the pressure. And obviously with all the stuff that happened in '02 when all the abuse came out, it made it even worse for us. And we lost our moral authority as Catholics. We no longer have it. We no longer can rely on it as preachers because of past evils and sins. Us people in the future have very little that we can use as strength to say, this is how we're supposed to behave. But you know what? That was in the past, this is now. And the rules still are the same, and our conduct still has to be the same. Jesus Christ loves us. He's given us a way for us to act as Catholics, and we have to embrace that. On Ash Wednesday, I would give ashes to atheists, Mormons, because as a Catholic priest, those ashes represent the beginning of Lent. I would still act as if I still had moral authority. And so when I was teaching high school, my students would ask the question, well, Father, why is it that everything we want to do is a sin? I said, really? So I said, is eating a sin? Since you guys like to eat a lot? I knew what they were talking about. We have to reclaim our moral authority. And I know this was funny because parents will say, well, I used to do that when I was a kid and I don't tell that to my kids or my grandkids to stop doing that. You know what? You just say, I made a mistake, but this is not how you're supposed to act. We are supposed to be the light of the world. The first time I ever seen something like this, I was at the Tower of London, and they had all these weird dishes like this. And I'm going, what is that? And it said below, these are all salt dishes. And if you were the king, you got a lid. If you were like everybody else, your salt just stayed out in the open and it just lost its taste after a while. I said, oh, so you got to use it all at once, whatever they gave you. So we can't lose our taste as Catholics. We have to really embrace our Catholicism and try to be the holiest version of ourselves. And you say, you know what? I never deny the past. Those were sins of somebody else. I'm too young to be a perpetrator. I'm old enough to be a victim, but I'm not. I never shy away from truth or historical fact. I say, yeah, hate to admit it, but the Catholic Church is full of, what are they called? Oh yeah, sinners. We've always been sinners. We always will be sinners. I'm glad. It keeps me busy. I always say if you want a job, work in sin and sickness, because there's plenty of jobs in those, because those are two parts of humanity that always will exist. I don't have no problem saying that I'm a sinner. I have no problem saying I go to confession. We should embrace our humanity, but also realize that we should embrace becoming saints. And when we start embracing becoming saints, we become the light of the world, and we are the salt of the earth. Why is it the most human people we've ever seen, the Republic, like St. John Paul II, Mother Teresa, two classic examples, really embraced the humanity, really embraced it, but also recognized that they were sinners. So, yeah, I'm a sinner, but I'm trying to be a saint. I'm trying to be salt. I'm trying to be light. Trying to change the world the best I can in the area that I'm in. And we have to embrace that as Catholics. And we have the moral authority on paper. This is how we act. This is how we believe. We just have to act like this is what we believe in, and be not afraid of those convictions. Amen.